Guten Tag and hello, I'm Lyle from DragonsAteOurName and welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. My probably last episode, also with the last of the Critical Role shirts that I own, which is really appropriate. I went ahead and did a few of these side missions that are available just to level up a bit. Which wasn't all that interesting, so I did it off camera. But now we have Shodi who wants to talk to us, which is what we will first do, and then we will get to Clario, I think was his name, and ask if he can finally help us with our ship.
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares?
I did, recently with you.
Oh no.
You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Eora's end.
Her face alights with fierceness.
I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra. And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind?
What are your thoughts on Aethys? Should you be swearing so much as a priestess? What are your thoughts?
We talking during the Saints' War, or after he died?
Jodie taps a finger to her lips and hums thoughtfully. What's the difference? Tell me about him leading up to and during the Saints' War.
I really only know what my folks taught me.
She scratches the back of her head, hesitant.
Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die. As the god of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my High Priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone. And I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Obsidian, rot, regrowth. What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed. Always. Even if what comes back is a god.
What's your take on Aethys following the Saints' War?
Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died, and death requires change. He ain't what he was, not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening.
Should you be swearing so much as a priestess?
Reckon not.
She grins wide and confident.
But I can't help but be a touch wayward.
Yes, Aloth did not like that.
I don't take it too far. My mom caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks. And of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words.
She waggles her sickle around in a helpless sort of gesture.
Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it.
What is that lighthearted? Alright. Thank you for sharing.
We gotta move on.
Yeah.
What can I do?
There was also a little bit of a conversation between Adair and Jodie. And Adair was like, I don't know how to deal with her. She's so committed to her god and I don't know how to do that anymore. Because he was very much into Aethys when we first met him. But then we learned a few things about Aethys and he wasn't as much of a fan anymore. Is there a secret here? No. Not really. And now he was all like, I don't know what to do with that anymore. And I just told him that Jodie isn't just her worship. There's more to her than just what she's showing, basically. So I think I brought them a little closer. I hope so. I hope so. Alrighty, time to get that promise out of the way. Governor Clario.
What can I do for you?
I have information for you about the dig site.
At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw the same destruction Aethys wreaked on Cadnua. Odorisi is dead, along with most of your animances. I'm sorry, some of your animances made it, but I'm afraid Odorisi was killed when Aethys arrived. Aethys killed everyone there, and he'll keep doing it if I have to find him. No.
I see. I suppose we are fortunate to have any survivors. And Odorisi's notes. His research?
Clario's gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipation. I could lie to him, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna give him the notes.
You did? Gods be kind.
Clario takes the bundled notes from you with barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he is flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages.
Belfetto! Belfetto! We are saved!
Clario lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up with you with a toothy grin. A grin he hides soon after beneath a cough and a look of some regret.
That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
He folds the papers once again and sets his hands over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Aethys, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
Probably. This is the god of light we're talking about. I don't have a choice.
It is a strange obligation you are under. I understand a little of that. Lucky for you. If
yes,
I
lucky
were a
is
more
my name.
sensible man, I would take this for fable and turn you away.
Clario, I need your help. Aethys is looking for Ardropilis like the one in the arena. I think Aethys is after Ardropilis. Yeah, well, he's already helping me, so
It would
I
explain
don't have
why
to
the
ask for it
giant
again.
went for the dig site, rather than attack us in the town, wouldn't it?
Clario sets a hand to his stomach. With the other, he pulls a handkerchief from his pocket to mop at his brow.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here, why everyone is here in truth. The Valiant Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Neketaka. Queen Onekaza II rules there at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
I'm sure she will. We are so nice. Then that's where I'm going next. Who are the Kahanga? Is that unlikely? You promised to help me. Nothing will stop me. Is that unlikely?
Neketaka harbors many foreigners, but they count upon a small army of diplomats and emissaries to buy passage with words or coin. You have no one but yourself.
Well, I'm awesome.
Ah, that silver tongue of yours will be put to the test.
Well, you promised to help me.
I have not forgotten. We will get you to Neketaka. And for that, you need your ship. I'll arrange it with Ekawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need.
Please.
Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Thank you for the help.
Bompiaco. It is only right, after all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead.
Probably.
Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valiant Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Neketaka, and the company always appreciates good help.
Alrighty then, let's get to the beach. And let's see. Who will take me where? I think I just realized that I actually have more hit points than Adair, who I always want to call Aethys. But he isn't Aethys, he's just Adair. Or just Adair, he is Adair. Run, 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 run. I have 2 Mets in my party and 1 Laura Bailey. We want to go on foot. So there are still a lot of people missing, but we won't get to meet them all in my little maybe 6-7 part playthrough that I'm doing. I'm literally just showing the beginning. This is the first thing, really, to get off this island. Character. Yes, I see that. Alrighty. Then let's get back to Valaria's Rest. Get our people and get out of here. Yeah, I explored the island here, and as I said, did a few of the side missions. So I'm a little more prepared for what's to come. Because this is a very big game, as you can see. Everything takes a little longer.
Good, you are here. Clario has made good on his promise. We are making ready to free your ship.
Ikawa gestures toward your vessel with a motley group of Wana and Valian workers race to and fro.
I say still that you are fortunate. The ship was nearly lost, but it will float. For how long, I cannot say. You will wish to find a friendly port with some speed, I think.
Do you know where Nekataka is? What if there's another storm? Some good you are. I'm not shady!
So you will go to the great Kahanga city as well. You must sail north for some time, and then a little east. Take care in Nekataka, outsider. It will close its jaws around you, and you will never notice.
That's ominous.
Come, we will see your Defiant out to sea.
Yes! Oh, everyone disappeared. Teleported away onto the ship, hopefully. You have received a curious message from Harbinger Vatnir. Is that another DLC? Probably, right? This missive, written in what looks like dried blood on a slice of tanned leather, came to you rolled and sealed with a mark of the Aurochs. The lettering, spidery and sharp, suggests the sender may have been shivering as they composed it. Most glorious watcher of Katnua, I cordially invite you to a feast to be held in your honor. A community of like minds has congregated at Harbinger's Watch, a small outpost located in the southern Deadfire Sea, to witness the Deadflow's rapid expansion. Soon ice shall consume all, and Rimgan's dominion over Dead-Eora be unchallenged. We eagerly anticipate hosting your magnificence. With admiration for your many accomplishments, Vatnir, High Harbinger of Dusk.
We should address the matter of our ship's resources before we get underway.
Yes, please.
It saddens me to inform you that we lost several crew and most of our provisions during the storm.
Yeah, well.
However, Port Margé appears to be well supplied, and I expect the recent disaster has left several sailors in want of a ship. I suggest we contract for additional supplies and crew before we return to open water, or our voyage may indeed be a short one.
I already did hire 5 crew members, though, apparently. Alright. Then I guess... let's go to Port Margé again. You encounter another ship at sea. No, it didn't even... What? I did? As the Defiant leaves Port Margé behind, you casually observe dozens of other ships coming and going. Mostly fishing and trade vessels. One craft stands out. An imposing dhow, replete with cannons, crests into view across the Defiant's starboard bow. The flag raised high atop its sails signifies a wish to parley. However, the dhow approaches at an aggressive speed, suggesting that it may not be easily turned away. Face your pursuer head on. You spin the ship's wheel counterclockwise. The ship swings round quickly, disturbing a gull resting on the foremast. The bird voids a white splotch on the deck as a sign of its disapproval. You even out the wheel and bear straight forwards the dhow. I don't know if that is how you say it. Let's see. Let's see what it is called. How you say that word. Dhow. Alright, I wasn't too far off, I guess. The distance closes quickly, and soon the massive dhow's hull rolls on the waves beside your ship. Boarding planks emerge and are quickly cast onto your ship along with shouts from its crew, notifying you that their captain will be boarding. Several well-armed men cross the planks, their eyes watching every inch of your ship. The crowd parts open to make way for their captain, a tall, well-dressed man. He peers at you with one impeccably groomed eyebrow raised. Following behind the captain, in stark contrast, strides an unkempt Orlan. Oh, yes! Yes! A pair of pistol grips protrude from his belt, and he casually twirls a stocky firearm around his index finger. His shaggy face, framed by long cobalt blue hair and a wildly braided cerulean beard, makes the crooked smirk he directs at you seem almost sinister. I know who that is. Maybe our little friend here on the screen. And of course, another member of Critical Role.
Ado, Water of Cadno. On behalf of the Principe Sen Patrina, I must request we meet in parley.
The broad-shouldered captain uptilts his chin in greeting. When he smiles, his left cheek divots a shallow dimple. You couldn't have asked before you boarded my ship uninvited. You have my attention. Request denied, get off my ship. You have my attention.
Agrasima. I will make this quick.
He flourishes a courtly bow.
I have heard some marvelous tales regarding your ventures in the Deerwood. In fact, you are the first dragon slayer I have ever met, outside of a grave. Some fools would seek to make a fortune by pilfering from one such as you.
I take it he is not one of those fools. Perhaps we should listen.
Alos crosses his arms, cautious but curious. Under the captain's words, you hear a faint but insistent buzzing. It blooms, overwhelming Ferrante's voice, drowning out all else around you. No one else seems to notice. A vision. Thunder cracks between your ears, and you glimpse a different sunshot sea behind your eyes. Let the visions come. The visions streak across your mind's eye, fleeting and incoherent. An elf, dark-haired and battle-scarred, stepping across the gulf between vessels. She shakes Ferrante's hand, and warmth spills through you. Excitement, pride, respect. The imagery melts like candle wax into a lamplit galley, swamped with the scent of unwatered rum and sweet fruit, with sailors and their songs and sweat. The scene billows away, ice-cold and clawing, replaced with the crew on deck, solemn and staring, as Ferrante grasps one of their own by the throat. No, not one of their own, no more. You don't steal from family and stay family. Tears and mucus mar the man's features as Ferrante reads the man his last rites. Thief or no, they'll consign him to Ondra as tradition dictates. The vision passes, leaving you blinking on the deck of the Defiant, looking into Ferrante's face. He raises an eyebrow.
I believe you have met such a fool. Captain Benweth of the Drake.
Despite the gravity of his words, he smiles grandly, and a dimple cuts deeper into his left cheek. I know a cipher's handiwork when I feel it. Tell yours to stay out of my head. I remember the Drake. You say this Captain Benweth is the one who attacked me? Wait, who are the Principi San Patrina? And your furry little companion happens to be... So he's a cipher. That's another class. One that I'm not too fond of. What is this thing?
This is the first you are hearing of us, truly?
His brows raise in a show of surprise, but then his smile turns sly, and he cans his head as if to include you in a secret.
We are a magnificent but largely landless people, so we have come to own the sea. To survive, we must seize prosperity where we can. Hence, we are oft labeled as pirates, smugglers, merchants of illicit trade, or mercenaries.
So that's exactly what you are.
It will not always be so, but it is for now.
You say Captain Benweth is the one who attacked me.
Ah, the short-sighted scoundrel has been wreaking havoc in the area for months. He is no son of Velia. I do not fault his ancestry, but he disregards too much the grand heritage we Principi represent. Benweth is the second most selfish captain within the Principi's newest generation. He risks all that we value.
If Benweth is one of your own, shouldn't you take responsibility for his actions? Why accept non-Valians into the Principi if they are going to cause problems? That's perception, I guess. If Benweth, the second most selfish captain, who's the first? The Principi's heritage is Old Valian? He pinches at his lips, eyes narrowing thoughtfully, but you can see that he's biting back a mischievous grin.
Perhaps I have said too much. This is a problem solely of my own. For now. Benweth is no captain of mine, Aimiko. It is not beneath my flag his drake sails. Yet I do seek to temper his actions when they would endanger the Principi altogether.
Where might I find Captain Benweth? Say I wanted to teach him a lesson. Why is this of any concern to me? How has Benweth endangered the Principi?
Benweth's drake took damage during the storm. Eventually, he will need to dock for repairs, and when he does, Seraphin can find him for you.
Ferrante flourishes a hand toward the Orlan at his side.
He is rather an unrefined creature, but he is a most skilled ship hunter, I assure you.
Unrefined? Begging your pardon, Captain, but I'd be the fucking model of the gentleman of fortune.
The Orlan scoffs. We have found Liam! In a rather unusual role, I think, but a lot of them have unusual role, especially Travis. And then I'm a little sad that we won't get to meet him, but if you know Pillars of Eternity 2 and meet Travis, that's a magnificent character. Something that I would have never imagined him in, but it's so cool to see him in that role, because he does it so well. He's a little bit of a stuck-up, very flamboyant, godlike, with water powers, and it's so amusing. I love Travis's character in this.
As for Benweth, that sucker of squid tits be as predictable as the tide. I'd wager all my furriest bits that he'd set sail for Deadlight.
That would be felicitous indeed, as I believe the traitor Remaro hides there as well. I quite enjoy killing two men with a single bullet.
Wouldn't have even thought of it if you hadn't brought it up, sir.
Yet you feel a surge of anger that's not your own. Seraphin spins towards you and bows again.
Now, I ain't hardly in any hurry to leave the fine company of the gentlemen of leisure, but the captain be right about me finding your mark. Adding to that, you sail into Fort Deadlight not knowing your innies from your outies, you might very well find the locals cannon fucking your boat to sodden splinters.
He grins broadly. Welcome aboard, Seraphin. What can you do for me? Are you two finished? Why loan me your best ship hunter?
What venture does not require an investment to be prosperous? The Seraphin is an allowance, which I expect you will return. In one payment or another?
What can you do for me?
You asking aside from my vaunted ship hunting abilities, self-evident manners, and cyclopedic know-how of all things piratical?
Teeth glint between the curves of his smile. I'm sold. Welcome aboard. Yes, aside from the obvious.
Well, there'll be me knowing my way around Fort Deadlight, so named on account of it being a fortress and all. I got my contacts inside, and I'll be half handy with a gun if shit goes belly up. Adding to that, I'll be right easy on the eyes. Or so the lasses tell me.
He raises his eyebrows in 2 quick bumps. Quite easy.
I'll be the old package and a half, Captain.
He bows again, only half as low this time, his eyes never leaving yours.
As you see, Seraphin is both insufferable and marvelously useful.
Seems like you're eager to join me.
Well, of course I'll be eager to give Benweth the old Evo. That half-cock's been a pain in our asses for the better part of, well, too fucking long. You said you met him, I? Seems the type that needs a bullet, ain't he?
He projects his word a tad louder than necessary. I know there's something you're not telling me.
Aye.
Whoop, nope.
There's boat holds I ain't telling you, Watcher. I ain't telling you about the lass I have back on Deadlight. Ain't telling you what we did or didn't do last time I seen her, neither. Certainly ain't telling you about the secret pirate handshake that'll get you in the door.
Ferrante shakes his head, but his smile widens into a sincere grin. Well, welcome aboard, Seraphin.
Oh, you won't be regretting this, Watcher. At least so long as you keep us heavy in grog and light on the onions. Ugh, them dirty shit apples ain't never agreed with me, and I'll be suspecting they never will.
He pats his belly as he strides to your side.
He's not sleeping near my berth, I promise you that much.
I sail now for Dunwich, my own safe port. I will await you there, should you be successful in schooling our wayward captain.
Alrighty, choose a single class witch barbarian cipher. I don't know, should I? Nah, I'll keep him a cipher, even though I'm not too fond of ciphers. Actually. Bye-bye, Ferrante. Can I sail now? Is that a thing I can do? Maybe buy some supplies first. Please. Dunnage. Let's see what we have in quests. I think Neketaka should be our first port we sail to, because an honored guest and a light path I should not do. And also not this. Blow the man down. Yeah, well. Let's go to Port Margay, though, and maybe get some supplies. I have an injured crew, which I don't like. Supplies. What do we have? I have 50 water, 50 food. My morale is okay. I don't have a lot of medicine, and I also don't have a lot of cannon shots. Repair. Repair supplies. How much is that? It's not too bad. Medical supplies, definitely. How much money do I have? Yeah. Cannons. Just give me like 20. Water, I think I could use. Also another 20. And I guess we get some fresh food. Yes. What about crew? This is crew, right? Yes. Wait, where can I see who I have here? Alrighty. There is an injured crew member. We don't have a surgeon. We do have a helmsman. You're also actually a good cook. You are on cooking, alright. That's a cannoneer, that's not a surgeon. Novice deckhand, seasoned deckhand. Alright. Right, alright. So let's see what we have. No. In crew members that we may need. Navigator, deckhand, cannoneer, helmsman, cannoneer, seasoned cook, novice surgeon. You don't cost anything. Then I want to get you, I guess. Why do you not cost anything? That's so weird. I guess I can get you as well, if you don't cost anything. You are a seasoned cook, but I already have a cook, I guess. Can you do anything else? No. Why do they not appear here now? Huh? No. What the hell? Oh, they just got slotted in. Alright, I was so confused for a second. Alright, they are already on my ship. Fine, alrighty. Then, let's go and see. Oh, there's a little island that we can land on. We're sailing again. So we can get some fresh food, I think. Yep. There's also a thing. That's water. Alright. Got a little bit of water, a little bit of food. Sea navigation. Click on the known locations drop-down list to bring up a list of places you have discovered. You can also search for a location by name. Ships travel faster in deep waters, slower in shallows. I know that. I think. Where is Neketaka? So, we need to... Okay, what is this? Oh no, what is this? You're sailing past the reef when Eld Angrim shouts out, pointing to port. There lists a ship stranded in the middle, perched on a narrow shoal. It trips and rolls with the passing waves. Hanging from its mast is a blue flag, showing an image of a crescent moon sinking beneath the waves. Your crew gathers round, murmuring in low, excited voices. Rumdam Rijera rushes to the railing. Captain, that's a gift-bearer ship. No telling what sorts of treasures it's got. Baldur snorts. Gift-bearers carry sentimental junk, worthless stuff. No, that's a smuggler's ship. It's a classic disguise. Chitterpack spits into the water. Then it's a fucking stupid one. Gift-bearers only visit landlocked settlements. That's a trap. Ready the guns, I guess? Thoughts... Okay, what was that? Choose a party member. Okay, that didn't do anything. Ready the guns, I guess. With a shake of the head, Chitpack sighs. Or we could sink the loot, I suppose. Beodul nods. Aye, Captain. Rumdam Rugera shouts orders and crew begin readying the guns below decks. Oh no, I failed. Your gunners prove no match for the immobile target, and the cannonballs fly wide of their target. The crew wins at the display. Rumdam Rugera looks at you. Again, Captain? Wow. Hit the damn thing. Finally, your gunners prove more than a match for the immobile target. As you watch the target list rolls and then sinks beneath the waves, the crew below deck stomp their feet and cheer. Alright. At least we got some morale out of this, I guess. I'm not sure we can actually make it to Neketaka with what
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once.
Ashley Johnson, please narrate my life. Please, just please.
You are alone.
No.
And then, you are not. An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size. The shifting image of Bareth settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Aethys's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from veins of luminous Adra. He's stomping around the Deadfire, yanking up souls like a giant Adra soul magnet. It's too early to be sure what he plans, but his behavior is suspicious. I can't follow Aethys around if you're going to keep dragging my soul into the beyond whenever the whim takes you.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Bareth dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodika strides forward.
Does Aethys frighten you, Bareth? He should. Magran subdued Aethys's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodika's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles through the ragged hole in his face where his nose once was. He does not speak, but stares up at Wodika, with naked loathing plain on his ruined face. Wodika steeples her long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Aethys now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the Pallid Knight from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
If you think that's the appropriate solution, I won't stand in your way. Given her relationship with the moon, I doubt Ondra would approve of that plan. I'm pretty sure we need that. You would destroy Aurora for what? Spite?
A voice echoes from the shape nearest Bareth.
The lava is too large to be moved and Koltha too quick to be caught, even for a god of Wodika's strength and apparent lunacy.
The figure beside the aspect of Bareth flows forward in a swirling cloud of ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Magran's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Aethys that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Sure, great idea. Can I go now? What kind of precautions do you suggest? I don't care what you do, just put me back in my body so I can get this charade over with.
Magran looks at you as one might a wayward gob of spit on one's shoe.
Well, you wanted me here, gods, so don't pretend like I'm just... What? Gob of spit.
It is no business of yours what the gods decide.
Another of the silent figures steps forward, and the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Aethys has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
What if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes, yes. We should welcome Aethys' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wetica suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
Ah, and here is the Watcher who killed Lord Harren, the man who tormented his dear niece, Alice. Curious.
I think that was a quest in the first Pillars, if I remember that correctly.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
Attempting to end Aethys may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Aethys has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. However, if we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
Then what's the point of this exercise?
The Pallid Knight gestures for silence.
Aethys cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time. Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
I just want to say this is so beautiful. I love this so much. This kind of book aesthetic. Oh, it's so good.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake. Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return, if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Absorbed his children? I don't understand.
The Pallid Knight casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Magrin speaks too freely. That knowledge is beyond your ken, Watcher.
Woedica waves the gods to silence.
Aethys gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Aethys, other than decisive, final action.
Something must be done. There is no course to act now. I guess?
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted.
Then why?
Knight says.
Why do you bring me here then? Why am I here then? If you don't want my opinion, then leave me the fuck alone.
We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
This is bullshit. I'll do what I can. I only do this because I must. We'll see about that. Say nothing. I won't say anything this time.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet. You are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin. Alone.
Oh, fucking course. You drag me into that dream and then you just leave me there? Fucking assholes. I like Helia. Liked her in the first one best as well. Even though they didn't really appear as gods in that. Not like this anyway. Is everyone standing over me again because I fainted? Alrighty, I think with this we're actually going to end this episode and end this little series that I did, especially for Lucky from Stay Lucky Games. And I will continue this playthrough on my own and see if I can actually manage to finish the game this time. That would be awesome because I think it is so good, but it's also so freaking long. But I'll see how I do, and I will let you know on Twitter and possibly on Tumblr. Just because I want to share experiences and stuff. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the series. If you did, why not let me know in the comments down below, or give this video a like, share it with a friend, or subscribe to the channel. All very good alternatives, in my opinion at least. Yes. Thank you so much. Please stay safe. Please stay healthy. I love you all. Bye bye und auf Wiedersehen.